What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you 3 examples of the ways that guys commonly fail shit tests. And this is very important because literally almost every single attractive girl will shit test you, and if you fail them, then she will lose attraction. Alright, so as I mentioned, there are primarily 3 ways that guys will fail shit tests. The first one is getting really reactive, butthurt, or angry. And this is a really good example.
Yeah, I am your
You're not even a real daddy.
Yes, I am.
You gotta prove yourself.
I gotta prove myself?
Yeah. You can't just claim that.
Now you can tell this is a shit test because she's being very playful. It's not like she's saying, you're not a real daddy. She's being very playful. She's like, you're not a real daddy, right? Clearly she's being playful and this is a shit test.
Idol?
Well, listen here, bitch.
It's alright.
Hey!
That's disrespectful. I'm actually gonna walk out right now if you don't fucking apologize right this instant.
Yes, please apologize right now.
5, 4,
Apologize.
3.
Oh, no! I apologize for calling.
So this is a massive fucking fail, right? He got super butthurt, he got super angry, right? And the girl is just like, what the fuck? This went from being playful to being like kind of scary in under 5 seconds. So for whatever you do, don't do that. So what would I do in this situation, right? If I was sitting there and she's like, you're not real dad, you gotta prove yourself. I would just look at her and be like, oh yeah? Well, are you gonna prove yourself as well? I'm only a real daddy for a real sub. So something along the lines of that. You match her energy, right? You match her body language, you match her tonality, something along the lines of that. Basically what you're doing is you're keeping things very playful, very lighthearted. You're not taking her seriously. And also, the biggest thing is you're not getting triggered by her shit test. Now let's take a look at a less extreme example of this basically the same mistake that guys make.
Alcohol, you guys like alcohol? I bet you guys do.
Yeah, sometimes.
I can't ask that.
No, you can ask it. Like,
I was just gonna ask if you ever put anything in alcohol. You know, when you're hanging out with girls.
No.
No, not even
That's
a little,
a
like,
weird
triple sec?
question.
Not even like.
Like, why are you
Now you can see he's starting to get defensive really fast.
being weird right now? Like, asking some sus
No,
ass
like,
questions. Like, oh,
Like, how did you interpret that? Like,
You're
are we
talking
taking
about
alcohol
mixed drinks.
straight? Yeah.
so you were like, oh, you put any roofies in that? Like, come
No,
on,
no,
you think
no,
I need to do
whoa.
that? Like, look at me, come on, I don't need to be drugging
No,
girls.
I don't think you'd hunt her.
Now he's starting to rationalize himself, right? Which is even worse.
Definitely
I don't
don't
think
have
you'd
a
hunt
problem
us.
in that department.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's
I mean,
good.
if you guys wanted to come and visit me, like,
So this was a massive fail. Again, she kind of gave him that shit test. What would I have done in that situation? I'd be like, yeah, I put lemon, lime, straws in there. What do you want in your drink, right? So again, I would playfully misinterpret what she's saying, right? Again, you're matching her energy, you're being fun and playful, you're being lighthearted, but whatever you're doing is you're not getting defensive, you're not getting butthurt, and you're not starting to rationalize yourself. So okay, so now you see that the first way guys fail shit test is they get reactive, they get butthurt, or they get angry. Let's take a look at the second one. So the second one is very interesting. It's almost a total opposite. It's basically backtracking, right? So the girl gives you a shit test and you just backtrack and you start apologizing, start saying, oh, I'm sorry, you know, we got off on the wrong foot type of thing. And this guy was actually doing really, really well on this 3-person speed date up until he got the shit test. So let's take a look at it.
What is
No.
this stepmom, stepsister, stuff going on? Or is this like an incestual thing? I'm kind of confused. You lost me on that one.
It's not incestual. That's why there's the step, because if it's like blood relation, that's when it's like incestual. With the step, there's like plausible deniability.
So the failures already begin because what you don't want to do is take a shit test logically, right? You don't want to address it logically.
That's
So
when it becomes incest.
why are we going to be really and interested
I
in
just thought
each
it was
other?
funny, honestly.
That's a
those
little
were like
awkward.
the two.
It's quite
Family
awkward.
fantasy.
I don't know. I honestly.
Now, when you start backtracking like this, girls, the critiques will pile up and pile on, right? Versus if you address it in a much more playful way, then that could be the end of it. So what do I do in a situation like that? She's like, oh, why do you say we're ready? I've been like, why not? Right, something along the lines of that. Flip it back on her, right? Something common I do when I get shit test is I playfully flip it back on the girl. I'll be like, why not? Don't you watch Game of Thrones? That's a cool thing to do nowadays, right? Again, you're being playful, you're not taking it seriously, and you're certainly not apologizing.
Be kind of funny, but oh well. Anyways, so
It did come off as a little pervy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. That was not like the intention. I just thought it'd be hilarious, but I guess not everybody rolled with it. Oh well.
I think most people won't roll with the idea of being somewhat related, whether legally or by blood, and trying to have a conversation about dating.
Sarah, what are you talking about? You and I do the stepmom fantasy all the time. Come on now.
He gave us all a little.
So you can see, like, I come in way more playful, right? And I get a totally different reaction. So the issue wasn't the joke he made about them being stepsisters. The issue was how he handled it afterward when the girl gave him a little bit of shit. And again, if you're going to be, you know, super platonic, play it really safe, you're not really going to get shit tested. But if you're going to be more sexual, more flirty, you are going to get shit tested because the girl wants to see, are you actually congruent to that type of humor, or are you just putting on an act? All right, let's take a look at one last one.
All right.
So this is basically a variation of the previous mistake, but the difference here is that you're taking everything really, really logically. So you might not be directly apologizing, but you're taking what the girl she says at face value and you're addressing it very logically, and that is also a massive fail.
Okay, so if we're going on a date, right? I'm gonna start it off. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Where are we going? Let's see. So we're going in the park. You're holding my hand. Yeah. You're trying to hold my hand and you're trying to, you know, sneak kisses on my cheeks.
Okay, hold up. So you think I'm a whore?
No, I didn't say that. I said you're...
Now again, she's clearly being playful here. This is just a shit test. You can tell by the smile on her face, she doesn't actually believe that. If she did, she would be like, whoa, you think I'm a whore, right? Her facial expression would be a lot more serious, but she's being playful. She has a smile on. She doesn't actually think that this guy, Brian, thinks she's a whore. She's just shit testing him. And this girl was quite fond of shit tests.
I think that's what you're saying.
No. I think that's romantic. I don't think that's actually whorish.
On the first date, you think I'm going to be all over you?
So how would I have answered that? Whoa, so you think I'm a whore? I'd be like, yeah, but you're my whore. Something along the lines of that. That is a little aggressive, but it can work on certain type of girls. I think it would have worked on her. Another one that's a little bit more safe would have been like, oh yeah, you totally understood me. We're really understanding each other really well. So again, mirror her sarcasm and kind of mirror that type of energy.
Maybe, but, you know.
Yeah, I think he thinks I'm a slut. Like, what the fuck? I normally wait until, like, the third date to, like, you know, actually show affection, especially because I'm first meeting someone. I'm not just going to, like, be walking, holding hands. I feel like that's kind of, like, way too far.
Okay, yeah, maybe it is. Okay, I can see what you're saying. Okay,
so again, he's taking everything she says logically. Now, what would I do in the latter half of this interaction when she's like, I don't do that until a third date? I would be like, oh, perfect. I don't actually do that until marriage. I'm saving myself for Jesus, right? So again, mirroring her energy. So let's quickly sum things up. What are 3 ways that guys commonly fail shit tests? Again, the first one is getting butthurt, getting defensive, getting angry, automatic fail. The second one is apologizing, backtracking. And the third one is taking what she says, you know, very seriously, right, and taking it at face value. Now, how you pass a shit test is by being playful, by being sarcastic, by having some fun with it, and quite often flipping the shit test back on her, right? You're mirroring her energy, you're mirroring her vibe, and that is how you're gonna pass those shit tests. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable, and show some love like I always say by smashing the like button, hit subscribe, click the bell for notification, and share this video with a friend because that really helps in the algorithm. If you guys want to see more videos on shit tests, then check out this video on how to pass a girl's shit test over text, or check out a live demonstration of how to use frame control to get what you want.